Hello, gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. This is Truth, and I want to talk a little bit today about some more MGTOW content. I want to talk about um, kind of the journey I went on with women. I was chasing them since I was like 15. I probably wasted a good 15 years of my life trying to spit game and learn how to understand how women think and all this kind of stuff, and going out to clubs in New York and all this different stuff. Approaching and getting rejected, occasionally getting a girlfriend, occasionally getting laid once in a while after tons of effort was put in. Only for most of the time for the women to just walk away from me because I said something that they didn't think was funny, or they got offended and they just find a new boyfriend the next day, or they already had like 10 of them lined up. So after I went MGTOW, I started thinking about what I wanted to do in my life and what made me happy before I was interested in women. And I came up with a couple things, really. I love BMX racing. I was racing since I was 6. Now my daughter is currently on the track, and she's practicing a lot, and I'm mentoring her and coaching her. I'm spending time doing that. And eventually I'll be on the track right next to her, hitting gate starts and racing, professionally again. And so the BMX was one of the things I really liked as a child and teenager. That's what I spent a lot of my time doing after school when I wasn't working or studying, trying to graduate, which I finally did graduate. And I remembered I liked RC cars. I liked BMX. I liked playing pool. I was playing pool since I was a young kid as well, as much as I could. There wasn't a lot of places for kids to play back then. So I started getting back into all the things that I originally focused on, the things that brought me happiness, my own hobbies, lifting weights. I have a really physical job. I don't want to talk about that right now, but I have to lift weights for basically 8 hours a day at work. So that keeps me in shape. I don't have to lift weights anymore. I can if I want to. I have a gym in my house. I have all kinds of free weights and stuff like that I picked up used that I played against sports, and that's a good way to get some free weights. I got some 60 pound dumbbells, 70-pound dumbbells, 50-pound dumbbell. I got a curl bar. I used to have a bench, but I gave it to this guy because he's this older guy I was working with, and I thought he needed it more than I did. But you can lift weights on your sitting down on the carpet in your house. You just need a little bit of space. 6 feet by 6 feet is enough to do push-ups and sit-ups and all that kind of stuff. And I don't lift weights anymore for women. I used to. I was in the best shape of my life about a year and a half ago. I was able to do 107 sit-ups in a row. I was doing sit-ups every day, every single day. And I want to talk about playing pool a little bit because that's something that I'm really focused on right now. If you're interested in playing pool and actually being playing at a pro level, it's something you have to do at least once a week. If you can do it 2 or 3 times a week, that's even better. If you can afford a pool table and put it in your house, good luck with that. It's like about $10,000 for a pro table, for a diamond table, 9-foot pro table. I was going to do it. I was going to put one in my garage, but I decided it was better to have the vehicles in there instead. And I like being social, so I like going out to nice pool halls. I don't go to garbage pool halls where there's garbage people and people trying to stab me. I don't do that, but I do play at nice places that have nice tables in my local town. And I'm just gonna give about like 5 or 6 tips about if you want to improve your skills. 1, you got to practice consistently. 2 or 3 hours a day, at least once a week. When I go to the pool hall, I don't focus on the women or the bartenders. I don't drink any alcohol. I recently was almost basically framed. I received DUI, and then I was pulled over at a checkpoint that there's nowhere to pull off. They always say there's a law that you're supposed to be able to pull off, but it was on a one-way street. It was on a bridge. There's no pulling off on that. And I got pulled over. I got a breathalyzer, and I blew a .07. Outside of the Batmobile, I think they call it. When I got in there, they said I was blowing like a 1.8 or something, like some crate, like double what they originally said. And I go to court, cop doesn't show up. There's no evidence against me. I plead not guilty, obviously, before I figure that out. But then they tell me there's no evidence, there's no witnesses, you basically didn't commit any crimes, and I was free to go. But I learned my lesson after that, and I don't drink anymore at the pool halls. And I think you play pool better sober if you can just remember to breathe and calm down, stay calm, focus on the shots, focus on staying down on the shots. and just, yeah, practicing. I mean, if you can afford your own cue stick, you should probably do that. I invested in a Viking. It was about $350. I got a Viking cue stick that I can unscrew, and I put it in a case. And I got a pro pool ball that has dots on it. These little red dots, so you can tell what the cue ball is doing with the English. Practicing English is good. I read a few books on playing pool to master techniques, and I would do a lot of drills, and I try to play people most of the time when I go. I try to look for a little bit of action. I don't gamble very much. Every now and then I'll gamble, but that's illegal. If you get caught doing that, you will be 86th and you will be banned. So if you're going to do that, you got to be sneaky with how you do that. If you're going to play $5 games or $20 games, I would suggest discussing that outside the pool hall at the green room, or discussing that in the bathroom, or using code words, code languages for betting. But never pull money out of your pocket and hand it to somebody, because if you get caught doing that, you got to remember, you got bouncers watching you, you got waitresses watching you got bartenders watching you, and then you also have other patrons that can rat on you. So you have all kinds of shit that can go wrong, and especially if you beat a guy at a little bit of money, he might just fucking rat on you. So that's not good either. But learn how to make a bridge. Learn how to make a bridge, whatever bridge you like. That's my bridge. Works good for me. And it's like a tripod. Learn how to make a bridge. You wouldn't believe how many people I see in there that can't make a bridge. They have no idea what they're doing. And if you get really good at making a bridge with your left hand, I'd say start practicing with your right hand, bridging with your right hand and shooting left-handed or right-handed. That'll help you reach over the table and make a lot more shots without having to use the stick bridge or whatever, where you got to put the cue stick on the top of the little tool or whatever. I don't use that. I need to work on my jumping. I don't jump enough, but yeah, there's all kinds of stuff you can do. And also, I would say, if you're really interested in becoming a better pool player, look online on YouTube videos. There's so many tournaments. There's thousands and thousands of hours of tournaments, like the Mosconi Cup, for example, which is the biggest tournament in the world, really. And it happens once a year. And USA has been getting our ass kicked a lot for the last like 6 or 7 years. I don't know what the deal is. We got Shane Raboni, obviously. He's killing it. He's the #1 player in America. And sometimes I also watch, snooker players, because those guys are really good as well, and they play on a bigger table with smaller pockets, a little bit smaller balls, but it's a really hard game to learn. But yeah, that's about it, man. If you're gonna go out there and do it, play pool, you got to practice your drills. You got to practice consistently. If you get your own stick, like I said, that'll help the consistency, because you're playing with the exact same weight, the same stick every time. I recently ordered a glove because the pool hall I play in gets kind of hot and I start sweating, so a glove helps keep your hands slick with the action on the pool cue. So that's all I got for today. Please like and subscribe to my content, my channel, and man, just take care of yourselves out there. And yeah, watch out for the sabotage. You don't want women to trick you into fucking approaching them to build their ego. And I get that a lot in the pool hall. That's what I want to talk about too. I get a lot of women staring at me and standing next to me and all this stuff, I just know it's a fucking trap. I know they're trying to fucking bait me and fucking talking to them, or buying them drinks, or thinking I got a chance with them. And maybe I do, maybe I don't. I rolled the dice on that for, like I said, 15 years of my life, and wasted 15 years of my life doing that. So I'm not going to waste any more time. I made a decision. I chose not to waste any more time doing that. If they want to talk to me, my theory is, if you want to talk to me, come up and talk to me. If you're a woman and you see a guy at a club that you think is attractive or whatever, he's got a lot of muscles or whatever, you think he's a good pool player, you think there's something interesting about him, like the way he dresses, his style, I suggest, women, go talk to him, because we're done approaching you. I talked to so many guys about this. We're done. We're not going to take the risk anymore to have drinks thrown in our face, or women making a scene and fucking saying they don't have a name and all this kind of stupid shit. It doesn't matter how slick you are, how much confidence you have. It's up to that woman whether or not she's going to fucking dish you and make a big fucking scene out of it. And then you lose status at the places you go. So I don't want to lose status at the places I go. And I also don't want to be viewed as a creep at the places I go. So I don't talk to them unless they talk to me first. If they talk to me first, I'll talk to them for a little bit and shoot some game at them a little bit. But it's only if it's convenient. If it's not convenient, then it's out of sight, out of mind, really. Even if it's in sight, it's out of mind. That's all I got. I'm signing out. Truth and wisdom, over and out.